Never been a hoe, I stay on go, so what the business? Niggas talking reckless, shoot this bitch ass with the quickness. Now he bleeding, sorry, begging, asking for forgiveness. Bow, 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 Limp Biscuit. All my niggas wildin', they done labeled us a misfit. Wake up every morning, 2 or 3, 5 in the thick bitch. Oh shit, didn't nobody come to see you old. It's some focus. Shoot 100 shots, no reloaded. Master of the game, you would think I'm into coding. Memphis niggas spit this pimpin', mackin' like I'm golden. Ho, with my money, you gon' turn me to the old me. Say hi, first class flight, I'm in the nosebleed. Hop it, cook it, whip it, ship it, till you count the proceeds. OG, I've been moving pack niggas since '03. Low key, niggas hating cause they don't want no beef. State gang, true sippers, bitch, I bet we gon' eat. Get jammed, get a lawyer, make it burn it, don't speak. Pour up, I need some more, nigga had a long week. Shout out to my plug, he showed me love, he out in Long Beach. I'm too geek, walking by myself but left with 2 freaks. Ooh, we, nothing in they mouth and on they booty. Austin Power swag, yeah, baby, this is groovy. You can call me Money Boy or you can call me Nudie. Hood niggas, churches, chicken, let me get a 2-piece. Top down, 2-seater, let me feel the 2 breathe. Gotta hold it steady, chopper, kick it back like Bruce Lee. Lately I've been in the zone, I guess I'm in my 2-3. Don't call my phone for nothing less than a QP. Feeling like the Migos, cause my bitch is bad and bougie. All my haters love me, all these bitches just some groupies. Came a long way, I like to introduce the new me. Standing on business like I'm king or like I'm Drewski. Call me Ron Island cause I like my love for choosy. When we link it's a movie, she bustin' like a Uzi. I love the way she do me, I beat it up like Uzi. She dancing just like Suki. Call me Ron Island cause I love my love for choosy. When we link it's a movie, she bustin' like a Uzi. I love the way she do me, I beat it up like Uzi. She dancing just like Suki. I never been a hoe, I stay on go, so what the business? Niggas talking reckless, shoot his bitch ass with the quickness. Name pleading, sorry, baby, asking for forgiveness. Bow, 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 Limp Biscuit. Never been a hoe, I stay on go, so what the business? Nigga talking reckless, shoot his bitch ass with the quickness. Name pleading, sorry, baby, asking for forgiveness. Bow, 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 Limp Biscuit. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening. This lady is starting to trigger me. I know she's starting to trigger me because I finally responded under one of her damn posts. And apparently I triggered the fuck out of her because I just left one comment and I think she left me like 3 of them bitches. But one of the posts was saying something about she was showing an interview Lennon did in 2023, and she asked how come nobody was talking about it, and I said probably for the same reason that you claim you investigated him back in 2023 and couldn't find nothing bad about him, but this shit was out at the same time you was talking to him and after. But it's and then she hold on. This picture is from a post she just made a few minutes ago. She was talking about these interviews are what the hell she say? She said these interviews are something they starting to get easier and easier. I'm like, this bitch is crazy. She is really crazy. Now she's saying FDM groomer. In order for you to be groomed, man, that means you had to be stupid enough to let him groom you, and you reached out to him. Dude, it's just crazy. I don't even. Am I into? Let me see what the hell she. I'm not even interested in what she said back. I just know I got 2 notifications from her where she responded back to me on whatever the hell. But now she just crazy. Then all of a sudden, everything Lennon says, she's now repeating as she goes around on her page. Lennon should feel some type of way that this bitch act like she done broke the case open just using his talking points. She don't know nothing about this nigga that because Lennon said maybe he tried to lose it Lose the schools on purpose so he could still have a check. That's what she running with now. But she wouldn't know. She didn't get close to the school. I don't know where we left off on this video, but we finna get into it. And I'm glad that the young Dolph trial and shit started to kind of give me an escape from her. Cause yeah, y'all notice I ain't do nothing yesterday. I just didn't feel like hearing her or dealing with it. So I just didn't do nothing yesterday. I burned out quickly. But we're gonna continue listening to this press tour. Oh, and Umar, update on Umar. He's still lying like his damn, like them accounts is frozen. That's what he said, that the accounts is still frozen, still no check. Yes, I'm assuming he ain't went down there yet. Oh, that's what we can do tomorrow instead of talk about this heifer. Apparently, he shot a YouTube Tubi movie and it just mistakenly aired last night. And it's the funny, from what I saw, the shit's funny. Because I was thinking it was gonna be a documentary about talking shit about Umar, but nah, it's a actual movie he played in, and did he? I don't know the ins and outs of it, but it was pretty funny. I guess we'll stream it. I don't think the lady will be upset because she wants her movie out there. So we'll do that tomorrow. I only do that for members. I ain't did the members in a minute. Yeah, I think I probably do it on members first and then put it out there. I'll decide. All right, let's get back to this night and day interview. I'm gonna try not to when I can't even tell that story, but so I'm gonna try not to talk too loud on it. But I mean, whatever. I'm gonna try not to cut it in too much, but y'all know she be triggering me. And I rarely ever comment on somebody's shit. I can watch all day and not say nothing. But I couldn't take this shit no more today. Like, bitch, how you asking? What the fuck? You didn't. I'm almost. Whatever. Whatever.
You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? He don't know if I'm trying to, soak or get information out of her. But I genuinely, just like I went out there to help his mom, I would have helped Anissa and gave her back to him. You know what I'm saying? Or, put her back. But leaving her unprotected out in North Philly,
yeah, because she walking around that joint looking crazy. Like she,
you know
she,
how
she didn't
many
get out
people want to
in
get with?
fights.
It's so
Right?
many people.
She said she was gonna kill her daddy. So how was he gonna get her? She said, if I ever see you, nigga, it's up and it's stuck. I might stab you. So how in the blue hell was he going to get someone that was claiming that she hate him? But you was gonna get her though. And nobody seems to think this is weird that this woman is all of a sudden trying to be Mother Teresa.
People that want Umar ass and they stay off of him out of respect for what he does. And
Yeah,
I understand that. But his daughter, he has never protected those kids in that space. He sent people, supporters, just like he did to me. He
yeah,
sent them to his baby mom. You don't know if that woman is coming out of the work late.
Again, this is stuff she wouldn't have known about because she was too busy sucking his dick. All of this is coming from Lennon's thing, and she act like she came up with this, like she witnessed it. This woman is watching old videos and then Lennon chat every time he go live, regurgitating and parroting everything that's being said. Then going on these interviews like she had this such detailed relationship with Umar that he just told her everything. And I don't think she knows that her saying all of this while still sucking his dick makes her look bad because she was cool with it as long as she was sucking his dick. I don't think she understands that. And this lady been doing all this shit. This lady got about 400, 500 posts in there and still ain't cracked 1,000 followers yet on IG. Still ain't cracked 1,000.
if she got her baby with her, your daughter with her. You don't know what anybody. He doesn't care.
Right.
He doesn't care.
Let me ask you a question though. How's your son?
How would you know if the woman's kids were at the restaurant? How would you know this? See, I said I wasn't gonna be stopping and stuff, but I guess I probably got to, so these niggas won't say I'm just playing their damn content. But goddamn, every time she say a sentence, I have to do it's. I don't know. I'm gonna try to be. I'm gonna try. Y'all notice I ain't cussed it out yet. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. I
Feel about him now?
can't
You
promise
said your
nothing.
son was looking up to him at one point.
Yeah, but my son actually, let me tell you what happened. He knew
Oh, this where
faster.
we left
Men have
off
that
at.
thing. Y'all could bet each other out. My son picked
Oh,
up on
right.
him, and then
Right. She about to tell the story where her and her son believe Umar stole from her after after the speaking engagement, and then she proceeded to talk freaky to him and flat out to suck his dick, and then flat out to take care of his mama. That's where we left off at. That's right. She turned on her son for dick.
also has a lot to do with their dad is. He picked up on him because we had on a YouTube video, we had the little boy passing a donation to me, and I'm so busy.
Now, when did they see this YouTube video? We got it on YouTube video. So when did they see this occur? And you got it on video, but see, this is what I'm saying. This story don't make sense. They got it on video, but a check was for her son and a check was for Umar. She was busy. She don't even know where she put the check, but apparently, how did Umar get both checks if you didn't know where you put them in? For whatever. And I'm just even this story, like, so you told him to check his bag, and he was like, "Nah, nigga, I'm straight." Is that how this happened? He was like, "Nah, nigga, I ain't gonna check." And then y'all went to brunch. Yeah, I'm trying to say, when did the YouTube video come up? But was it before or after the brunch y'all went on? It had to be before he had left.
Dad is. He picked up on him because we had on a YouTube video, we had the little boy passing a donation to me. And I'm so busy, I just stuck the donation somewhere. It was a large check, but it was supposed to go to what my son was trying to do with these TED Talks.
Yeah.
So we thought, then they had a donation for Dr. Umar. They gave that to me at a separate, I think they was, when they first came in, it was like, oh, this is for the FDMG. So we thought we got the checks mixed up because
Mhm.
Wait, when the people first came in, they gave you a check for Umar. And then later on, a little boy gave you a check for your son. How in the hell would you mix them up? Because like with checks, don't they have to be addressed out to someone? Like seriously, wouldn't Umar name and your son name have to be on the check? I could be wrong here. Hey, can't handle the truth. Yeah, I'm glad you stayed out of me and Raina business. Now, technically, you are part of 227, but I'm not gonna include you, and I ain't going in that 48-hour notice because you know I ain't going to comment on something. You be in chats and you come in, but that old damn Raina, she just motherfucking disappeared, and she over there talking about the cost of wings and shit. If you don't get your ass back on the stoop and tell us some gossip, you better. And tell her I said 40, she got 48 hours, or I'm roasting them.
gave them both of them. And we were like, check your bag. Or my son said, check your bag. We think you got a big check. And that's supposed to be for us. He never checked the bag.
Why would it be in Umar's possession? Now you said y'all thought y'all got the checks mixed up, which would have meant your son would have had to have gotten Umar check, and he would have had to have gotten your son's check. And so is this? I'm assuming this is at the event that this happens. Niggas asked for the bag to be checked. Umar never checked his bag, and they still gave this nigga a ride home. Umar never checked his bag, and she gave him a courtesy text. Umar never checked his bag, and both of them went on brunch with this nigga. Umar never checked his bag, and then she started sending pictures of her in shorts. Umar never checked his bag, and she started talking about how much she wanted to suck his dick. Umar never checked his bag, and she booked a flight and paid for a hotel and actually sucked his dick. Umar never checked his bag, and she went up there to take care of his mama. What kind of mama is this? I'm just saying, you couldn't stand up for your son, and that one, you couldn't say no to the dick. It's supposed to be sons over dick, sons over dick, sons over dick. But now she was like, fuck that. But Umar said, hell no, I ain't checking my bag. And y'all took this nigga home? Y'all stupid. There's no other way to sugarcoat it. You and your son are stupid. Well, not you and your son. You stupid because you said your son peaked game. You said he figured it out before me, and because he stole from me. He stole from your son, and you was cool with it. All right.
So we thought, then they had a donation for Dr. Umar. They gave that to me at a separate. I think they was, when they first came in, it was like, oh, this is for the FDMG. So we thought we got the checks mixed up because I gave them both.
Why would they give the check to you instead of Umar? Why would they give the check to you instead of your son? And it's saying, these people there, your son there, they get a check to you. Okay, well, I can understand. Maybe they gave it to you because that's your son. But Umar is the guest speaker. They're waiting for Umar to come. They probably took a picture with Umar at the end of the night. Why did they need you to have the check to give to this man?
Both of them. And we were like, check your bag. Or my son said, check your bag. We think you got a big check. And that's supposed to be for us. He never checked the bag or got back with my son. He was like, basically like, oh, well, we're running around. The man ended up writing the check again. He canceled that one out. He had to cancel it. Like we put on this big ass.
Okay, so I wasn't wrong when I said this happened at the event. They asked my nigga to check his bag. He said no. He still got to ride home. How come in your courtesy text you didn't say, hey my nigga, did you ever check your bag for my son check? That didn't come up when you was telling him thank you for showing up and shit? Funky Cole Medina.
You couldn't go in your suitcase and look for the check, bruh. Wow. So my son never told me about that. He was like, Mom, I didn't even, he never said nothing about it because he was like, well, we got the check. He's moving on, building what he's building. And he never brought it up to me. So I'm still seeing the dude.
Really? If he never brought it up, how the fuck you telling this story? If he didn't bring it up then there should have never been a moment for him to bring it up. Let me skip. Let me skip it back. Just another inconsistency.
He thought we got the checks mixed up because we thought, then they had a donation for Dr. Umar. They gave that to me at a separate. I think they was, when they first came in, it was like, oh, this is for the FDMG. So we thought we got the checks mixed up because I gave them both of them. And we were like, check your bag. Or my son said, check.
I don't know what I did with the check. We thought we got the checks mixed up, or I gave him both of them. She doesn't even know what she did with the check. She thinks she may have gave him both of them, but she said she doesn't know where she put it. That there was a mix up, or she thought she gave him both. She remembers this story. Now wait a minute. Wait a minute. Who it was? You told us it was caught on YouTube, but your son peeped this and never told you, and you talking in the story like you was like, "Yo, bro, can we get the check?" What did it been? So your son had to see it on a YouTube video of the boy passing the money for him to say something about the check. Yeah, that wouldn't have happened in real time then if he had to see it on YouTube because he wasn't watching it on YouTube, he was actually there in the moment. And if you got the check, your son wouldn't have known about it because if your son had known about the check, ma'am, if your son had known about the goddamn check, you would have given it to him. Then y'all wouldn't have been confused about the Umar. So your son knew about the check that you don't know where you put. And then you said a new one was written out to him. But you didn't know about it, but you didn't know any of this shit. He didn't tell you about this. But all of this shit just so happened to take place. Man, if you don't get the fuck out of here with this whack ass story.
Your bag, we think you got a big check. And that's supposed to be for us. He never checked the bag or got back with my son. He was like, basically like, oh, well. And we're running around. The man ended up writing the check again. He canceled that one out. He had to cancel it. Like we put on this big ass event. You couldn't go in your suitcase and look for the check, bruh. Wow. So my son never told me about that. He was like, Mom, I didn't even, he never said nothing about it.
And you put on this big ass event to be a clout chaser, man. And now he ain't going his back. My son, she realized this story sounded terrible, so she had to throw in there, man, my son didn't even tell me. He didn't tell me at all. Hell no, I didn't know this. How your son know about the check? Because it was given to you. How he know about it? The nigga that gave the check to you found your son and said, hey, did you get that check? Because you had both checks according to you.
Because he was like, well, we got the check. He's moving on, building what he's building. And he never brought it up to me. So I'm still seeing the dude, but my kids didn't know. Yeah. I was seeing him, but my children didn't know anything about it. So when he found out.
Why'd you hide it from your children? Why'd you feel the need to hide Umar from your children, man?
I was like, I got something to tell you. He was like, oh, man, I could have told you don't do that. I was like, I thought she was, he was just like, Mom, I didn't know. But when he...
So you told him after everything went wrong that you was dating Umar? Because if nothing bad was going on, then he wouldn't have told you. I could have told you not to do that. It would only be if you told him something bad. But that's funny, seeing as how you claim he was all gung-ho, and that was the event that he set up. It wasn't even you, which is a complete lie, because Umar texted you about the event. You was the one talking about some, yeah, let me get back to you with some venues and shit. It wasn't your son talking to this nigga. Remember when he actually did text your son, you tried to be like, he ain't had no contact with my son. He thought that was my son's number. That was just another phone I had. I be remembering a lot of stupid shit that I shouldn't remember.
He knew a little bit too, because when I came back from Philly, he picked me up from the airport, and the condition I was in from leaving his...
Fun fact for all my melanated people out there. Did you know the Bible considers your dark skin as a curse? I'm just saying, it's in your Bible.
House, because he put me out the house like at 2 a.m. I didn't talk to him about it though. I was like, I want to talk.
Umar put you out at 2 a.m. in the...
I was like, me up from the airport, and the condition I was in from... came back from Philly, he picked me up. Don't do that. I was like, I thought she was, he was just like, Mom, I didn't know. But when he knew a little bit too, because when I came back from Philly, he picked me up from the airport. And the condition I was in from leaving his house, because he put me out the house like at 2 a.m. I didn't talk to him about it though. I was like, I want to talk.
Umar put you out at.
Now, this is the story where he came straight back in town from Stockholm and told her she abruptly had to leave. And she was like, why I gotta leave? I can't. Yeah, that sound like a nigga that was really interested in you. That nigga came straight back from being gone 7 days, wasn't trying to fuck you or nothing. He was trying to get you up out of there. Up out of there. Ain't nothing but a Umar party. But yeah, your son picked you up at 2. He knew, kinda. I don't know how he would know you was coming back from Philly. He knew, but you ain't tell him, you ain't talk to him about it. Cause if you ever pick somebody up from the airport, you pull up, unless you parking downstairs and paying for parking, you can't get in down. You can't get to where the baggage and shit is coming out. The airports aren't set up like that. They're on different floors. So there's no way for him to know where you were coming from unless you told. But come on, continue telling us this lying ass story.
2 a.m. in the morning?
Yeah. He came in, he was like, Grego, gotta go. I was like, what? It's 2 o'clock in the morning. What are you? He wasn't mad or nothing. He was just like, he doesn't have any concept of what the hell he's doing.
Right.
And so
he did have a concept of what the fuck he was doing. He hired you to take care of his mama while he was gone. When he got back in town, he did not need you anymore, ma'am. So you mean to tell me you just bought a spur of the moment ticket at 2 o'clock in the morning? Or did you already have a return flight set up? That's what I'm saying. This don't make sense. This don't make sense. I know Memphis, our airport is fairly small, but every night from like 11:30, 12 o'clock to 6, 7 in the morning, ain't no flights coming in and out of the Memphis International Airport unless it's a FedEx thing, because FedEx rent that motherfucker out. So it ain't nothing moving like that. Now I don't know about how big Kansas City airport is. I don't know this. I can't speak on it. But lady, are you really telling me Umar came home? You did say it was thundering. The Umar came home at 2 in the morning and said, bitch, you gotta go. And then you got on your app and ordered a ticket and was able to find one immediately to fly home. All right, then. All right, cool. You a bad motherfucker. 2 a.m. being able to find a flight and to get up out of there just like that. Like, did you have to sit at the airport till like 5, 6, 7 o'clock? You was just so happened to. What time did your son pick you up from the airport? I need some details filled in. She'll never come talk to me though.
So he was like, are you ready to go? You ready to go? You ready to go? I was like, no, it's 2 o'clock in the morning. I've been helping your mama all day. We get put the flight for later. He was like, well, I got the flight and the car's gonna pick. So I had to run around. And mind you, at that time I had already been in the house for 7 days. So I was like, shit, yeah, I'm ready to go. Like I'm ready to get.
You wasn't ready to go, but then you was ready to go. See, y'all hear this shit? She was upset that this nigga asked her to leave at 2 o'clock in the morning. Keep in mind, she told y'all how nasty, stanky, and filthy this house was. But when he said, are you ready to go? Her answer was no. It's late. I gotta do this. I gotta do. Man.
Umar put you out at 2 a.m.
Umar, you set yourself up for this, sir. You set yourself up for this one with this ding ass. Let me put this helpful picture back up here. I don't know what the fuck going on with her goddamn grill. I don't know what in the piranha baby shark teeth is going on at all. I don't know. But Umar, you kind of asked for this one, mighty guy. I can't feel sorry for you on this
Him in the morning.
Yeah, he came.
one. I seen somebody under one of her just talking about Umar is a sex addict. Is it hurting anybody? If he's a sex addict, who cares? Like, why do y'all niggas be caring about the wrong shit? Why do y'all care who this nigga fucking? Again, I don't like this man, but y'all niggas be doing the most. He got a sex addiction. So what? Has he raped any hoes? Has he drugged any hoes? Has he forced any hoes into freak offs? Did he have a whole bunch of Astroglide and baby oil? If not, why do y'all care about this man's sexual addiction, even though y'all can't prove that he do? The heck? Boy, boy, boy.
Man, he was like, "Ready, go, gotta go." And I was like, "What?
Yeah.
It's 2 o'clock in the morning. What do you?" He wasn't mad or nothing. He was just like, he
What?
doesn't have
It's
any
2 o'clock in the
concept
morning.
of what the hell he's doing.
Right.
And so he was like, "Are you ready to go? You ready to go? You ready to go?" I was like, "No, it's 2 o'clock in the morning. I've been helping."
No, I'm not ready to go out this stanky, funky ass house. I am not ready to go. Please let me stay into the morning. Cause you ain't got no concept of what you doing, even though you knew you wanted me up out there, motherfucker. It's hard for me to believe that that nigga, as he was getting ready to head back to the station, didn't tell you, yo, soon as I get back, you know you leaving. I find it hard to believe he didn't have that conversation with you. 'Cause I done put some holes out of my day, but I ain't that cold blooded. Like I ain't, they kind of had a heads up that it was coming based on the shit that was coming out their mouth. But you saying that you just was caught off guard in this stank ass house. I just heard her say, "No, I'm not ready to go. It's 2 a.m." But then, yes, I am ready to go. When staying wasn't an option, she was ready to go. Night and day, I am disappointed that y'all is listening to this bullshit with no putback. He put you out at 2 o'clock in the morning. Her shift was over. He ain't technically put her out. Her shift was over.
Your mama all day. We could put the flight for later. And he was like, "Well, I got the flight and the car's gonna pick." So I had to run around. And mind you, at that time, I had already been in the house for 7 days. So I was like, "Shit, yeah, I'm ready to go." Like I'm ready to get the hell up out of here. Damn.
She said we can book the flight for later, so there was no return trip set or nothing. This was just a spur of the moment booking at 2 a.m. All right.
That, but I wasn't put together, and I don't go out in public like that.
Yeah.
And that was a lot of
What? What? I wasn't put together and I don't go in public like that, man. This is how you introduce this nigga. Standing like you on top of the world. What the heck? Did I know that? What are we supposed to do with this, ladies and gentlemen? What are we supposed to do with this revelation here? I wasn't put together. I don't go outside like this. But then we could see her outside like that. What? What? What?
he was like, "Well, I got the flight and the car's gonna pick." So I had to run around. And mind you, at that time, I had already been in the house for 7 days. So I was like, "Shit, yeah, I'm ready to go."
I got the flight and the car gonna be there and but you was ready to go after he told you, man, the shit already booked and the car coming, you was ready to go then. But initially you wasn't ready to go. Girl, shut the fuck up.
Like I'm ready to get the hell up out of here. Damn that. But I wasn't put together, and I don't go out in public like that.
Yeah.
And that was a lot of my spaz out on him. But see, at that time, also Anissa had came out. Anissa came out when I was in the house, when I was at his
Oh
house.
shit.
Yeah.
So when Oh, so you was still at his house when his daughter exposed him about
I didn't even know
on
about
TikTok.
that. He told me about that. He said, my daughter came out. I said, what? Wait, what?
Dang,
I said, your daughter? He broke it down to me. I said, oh no.
damn,
I
that
said,
was
you
not
gotta
about
go.
that.
I told him how to.
Yeah, cause she wasn't on social media or nothing. She wasn't on social media, so she had to hear from Umar that his daughter came out, even though that shit was trending on every motherfucking every YouTube site, every IG site, every Facebook site. It was trending like a motherfucker, but no, Umar had to tell her about it. Umar had to tell her about baby Smurf. Notice who she ain't been posting on her page. She cares so much about Anissa. Know who she ain't been posting? Umar. You don't have no problem talking about Anissa daddy, but you care about Anissa.
Handle it. He didn't listen to me at all. He shut down. He was like, nope, I'm not listening to you because you're not on rhyme time.
He didn't have to listen to you, bitch. He gave you rhetorical situations. You is not to fix it. Your advice is not the end all be all of advice. And he didn't even get on Grime time with her. So why would he not listen to you because you wasn't on Grime time? Umar didn't come out here and go with his daughters. In fact, he probably talked about his baby mama in there with more than he did his daughter. He was saying she was the reason and she knows why and things of that nature. He didn't say anything bad about his child. But he wasn't on Grime time, so he didn't listen to her. Umar was like, man, this old bad shape bitch thinks she know everything. Man, get the fuck out of my house.
About this. So he shut down.
And so wait, he put you out at 2 a.m. and you still went back to care for his mama, knowing that the put outs could be random, and you went back again. All right, then.
I said, you got to go to her, Umar. You have to get her because she's not going to be able to bring herself. I have the text. I'll post them. You're not going to be able to do this like this. You can't go at her like an op. That's your daughter. If you
Right.
could be weak for anybody, that's the person you can be weak for in front of everybody. You
He
can't
didn't
have that
go at
alpha
her though.
male shit going on when it comes to this girl. If you can't show up as a father, show up as a clinician. He bypassed all of that. He was like
Yeah,
a smoker.
yeah, because I
Says the woman who said her baby daddy couldn't show up for her son to go get Umar. She had to go. And says the woman who baby daddy couldn't show up for their autistic son to go to the school for a meeting. She want to get somebody else advice about how to parent. It matter. Oh, I forgot. In that message, she actually said her son knew what he was doing. She said he called the police on purpose. That's what she said. It's like you're 16, you're not 8, you know what you're doing. He waited till wasn't nobody looking to call 911. This her talking about her own child. And then sold the other one out to let her other son get stole and still kept going. It's amazing how she's ignorant of all the facts. Matter of fact, let me go actually look at what the fuck she said. Now the curiosity has kicked in to see what she said to me on this damn post. Um, let's see here. Because it says this is she shows a video that Lennon did 3 years ago. It says woman alleges toxic relationship with Umar Johnson. And then she says, now isn't this strange? Listen to where she's from. Why wouldn't he bring this up or be skeptical about even dealing with someone from the same city? Now she's asking why Umar wouldn't do something. And so my smart ass, I told you I couldn't take it no more. She should have left as soon as she went to speak to another woman. Somebody said, when was this video? I said, the same reason you claimed you looked him up and couldn't find anything negative about him, yet this aired during the time you met and dated him. She said, that's poor PI work. He's been to my city 2 times prior to my event. By your reasoning, everyone in KC should know him. This is why your shit gets debunked so much. It lacks components that make it true. You don't support your shit. You just assume and speak. Keeps you wrong on a lot of things irrelevant. That doesn't even make sense. So let me say, nigga, you said you looked up Umar and couldn't find anything negative. You're a liar, ma'am. The channel you're in every day has been talking about Umar for 7+ years. It's giving single white female obsession. Okay, I told y'all she done triggered me.
So you was there when she came out. So she was
He's
supposed.
gonna
He
block
reached.
me in a
Well, I
minute.
guess he reached out to her or whatever.
Somebody
And they were
said
supposed to
this
meet
may
up
go against
with
our
his
standards.
other baby
Saying
mama, with her mama
single
and
white
her.
female.
He wanted the
Basically,
mama in that space. So
so he
he could
wanted the
do,
mama.
huh?
Post this
So he
shit.
wanted to meet with the mom instead
Yeah,
of the
she's
daughter.
22 years old or 21 some odd years old. She can man, she don't need her mama overseeing.
Right.
Them women are traumatized by Umar. That's why
She talking about some. Why wouldn't Umar mention that he talked to somebody else in Kansas City? It's because it's not your business. Is that the point she trying to make? Because I don't know why she would tell me Umar done been to her city twice before her event there. Because as I said, you said you couldn't find any negative information on this man, yet the video you showing is from 3 years old, which would have made it 2022. You started dating him in 2023. You said you and your son typed in Umar Johnson, and whether you typed it on YouTube or Google, some negative shit was bound to pop up. Hell, everybody who show you been talking about Umar for at least 5 years, and you couldn't find no negative material. You couldn't find this girl's story until today.
I was like, y'all took what he's not y'all, but people, they took what this man said on them things. He got up there and assassinated them women that want to marry you, just like he's trying to put on like I can't get over him. People that are trying to get away from you or wanting to marry you are not going to leave your space very easy. You see what I'm saying? Them women took off with the kids. They didn't even try to use the kids as pawns. They didn't want to be found. They didn't come out. They didn't give a shit what he said about them. None of that.
Yeah, because he was putting it like, his baby mama basically was keeping his daughter from him. That's how he, put it out there.
And I couldn't even, if y'all knew him the way I know him, I wouldn't even hold it against that woman. I would think that she was trying to do the best thing for her child. Something's wrong with him.
It's really nothing stopping him now. I mean, his daughter is an adult, so he can reach out to her anytime that he feel like he needs to, talk to her or whatever.
Damage is done.
But yeah, it's a lot of shit going on that transpired online, and the daughter running around crazy and getting in fights and shit on the
And
internet.
I wanted to validate her, and I always have to, but I couldn't take that time away from her. Yeah. I had to give her that space to do that. And for the life of me, I don't know why the internet just didn't let them have their moment, but he sent his people on her like she was the op. Like, I don't know. I don't understand that. Right. From the man I have kids, I don't understand that. Because when my daughter did go missing, she wasn't hurt or nothing. She just took off and didn't tell nobody. She's a social butterfly. But we was ready to tear this city up about her. She wasn't even gone that long. But It was like, I don't understand that type of thinking where men are concerned, because I don't, like Corey was saying, I don't know men like that.
So you talking about
I don't know men like that, especially about a man about his daughter.
She has no ideas of her
sent
own.
Girls to look into me. You ain't sent your daughter getting jumped. You can't send none of these bras up there to throw hands with these girls. I don't know. I don't understand people like that. I don't.
Yeah, you would think,
Says the lady that was in Philly sucking dick when her son called 911. Says that lady. But again, what are we doing here? And now she advocate that he should. Ain't nobody, and the bras that's looking into you, they ain't looked into you to offer violence towards you. But now you saying he should get some women to go and fight whoever jumped his daughter or fought his daughter, whoever, whatever the hell it was. I don't know if she got jumped. It could have been a one-on-one, but that she deserves to. He need to send somebody up there to whoop them. This shit is crazy, man. Worry about your own kids, but you the same motherfucker that's offended that people are out here talking about your children, and you just won't stop. And then I can't. All these niggas and bitches is helping. I don't like Umar. I can say it 100,000 times, but that don't make everything this bitch saying be true. Especially when y'all know where she getting her talking points from. You could watch YouTube in 2025, but you couldn't watch YouTube in 2023. Same YouTube that you say you got the video of the boy handing the check. You was watching YouTube back then in 2023, but you couldn't find nothing negative. Seriously. Who believes this?
person to step in once you see her getting injured and hurt and rode on by, people in the city and shit. You would think, all right, I need to step in and do something, talk to her, reach out to her,
Yeah,
let her know I'm concerned. You know what I'm saying? Things of that nature. Right.
Even if you're taking a higher road, which, I would have respected out of him just to get her out of that situation. You know what I mean? Just let me show up. Let me get my daughter, get your ass in the car. And I'll take, you know what I'm saying? Like, he couldn't do that for her. He couldn't do it for her. He got a whole place where he could have took her. I don't know why he didn't take her, and even to be with her grandma.
Right.
I don't get it.
So we got to get into this. So Umar came out about his accounts being frozen.
Oh yeah.
He said he accused you and I think somebody else of hacking his account, trying to hack his bank account, and which he sat in that car and he was like, I'm this the first time I'm broke. I don't have any access to money, so he started begging his supporters. He started begging the people that follow his followers for money.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And
hold on, real quick. How the hell do you hack a bank account, bro?
And they don't even ask him. They don't ask him.
How do you hack a bank account?
I know this dumbass nigga did not just say, how do you hack a bank account when it happens all the time? We heard a YouTuber that we know come on here and say she hacked somebody's bank account. And this is a grown-ass man said, how do you hack a bank account? In the same way you hack the federal government's accounts and things of that nature, the same way these state entities have been hacked, the same way you hack a goddamn power company. That's how. But no, his accounts weren't hacked. I understand why you asking, but that was a dumbass question. But nah, his accounts weren't hacked. I don't think they froze. It's just me. I don't think they were hacked, but he set them up for it. And then at one point, she was acting like she had access to his bank information. So, and she said this shit while she was on Lennon's show, so it made it easy for him to be able to say they did it. He told y'all 2 weeks before he claimed that it happened that they did it.
Account though, how's that even possible?
And why would
you actually have to hack the whole bank to hack someone's account unless they have all your account information? Yeah, like somebody can get into the account if they have all your account information.
Right. I don't know. He blames everything, and that's what I was talking about in that one video where I'm in white. He blames everything on me. I don't know. He called me 2:00 in the morning over. I have no interest in going into that bank account. I want plausible deniability any damn way. I told him, I sent him a text. I said, I ain't never looked at your taxes. I don't even handle individual taxes, but I'm like, I have never looked at your taxes, never looked at FDMG. I've never asked you, never attempted to help you. I don't want nowhere near anything like that because.
So you haven't seen exactly
where he tried to put.
But guess what though? On that Lennon interview, around the July 3rd, July 4th, she made mention that the IRS was looking at him. She made mention, and it's like, well, I'm gonna stop. I can't say that, but she tried to hint at it. But we know you didn't. We know you ain't look him up or nothing. We know you was too busy in love with the nigga. He could do no wrong because he was piping you down.
Right. So you haven't seen none of, the donations and like accounts and stuff like with money in there, money accounts. So you haven't seen none of that stuff. You haven't had access to none of that. Your eyes never laid, you never laid eyes on anything as far as any of his accounts, personal or FDMG, right?
Absolutely not. I would be in the federal penitentiary. I'm a federal employee.
Ma'am, I don't think they were talking about from your job, ma'am. I think they were talking about from you saying Umar spent the night with you and you was at his house trying to clean up and set shit up and downsize shit. I think they were saying you didn't run across no financial documents while you were cleaning up the Hoardville. I think that's what they were saying, not in your actual capacity as a federal employee, which you probably don't even do anymore based on this. I forgot I had that. Yeah, you probably don't even work there no more,
man. I can't be messing around with that. I don't know if he tried to get with me because
I'm
of where I
make
work,
her block me.
I don't mess around.
He did. I don't know if he tried to get with me because of where I work. If he never asked you for anything having to do with the federal government and the IRS, why in the fuck would you say I don't know? You claim you didn't tell them no personal information, no way. And again, you linked up with this nigga. By the time you agreed to bring this nigga to your state, he didn't know you worked at the IRS and you claimed he already liked you because he was grabbing you on your leg. So why would you now say, I think maybe he did it because I worked at the IRS? This lady is full of shit. And as I just typed her chat, I'm keeping it real with it, something nobody else would do. I had pretty much just said, lady, you have taken no accountability for your actions in this situation at all. You could have said no countless times. I said, you must forget you put out messages showing where this nigga was ghosting you. You saying you worried about who he was fucking. You talk about I know I ain't your favorite person. You was upset that the nigga wasn't trying to fly you out for a release. You must forget you put them messages up. Do you not remember this? She don't want to do with me. She gonna block me.
Around when it comes to any.
She should have ignored my comments just like she did everybody else's. But she didn't ignore my comments because I told y'all I sent her the playlist on Philly Field. So I guess that's why she was saying, no, man, listen, I wouldn't give a fuck. I don't care. I'm giving my opinion. But this all you do is assume. Okay, I'm tell you like I told that other slow nigga. I'm here to react to the stupid shit that I heard. Apparently, you been watching, man, for you to tell me what I got wrong. Because you didn't get that off no goddamn. You didn't get that off me commenting on your post one time. You been in my bushes, Siobhan. Because you could, as I told you, you could come up here and clear some shit up. If I'm getting it wrong, come up here and clear it up. But you know why you won't do it? Because you know I'm going to ask you the hard questions, man.
Plus, I used to.
Matter of fact, let me get on my troll shit. Let me get on my troll shit. Hold on. Oh, she active right now too. Let me definitely send the link. Come clear up what I got wrong. Assuming or got wrong. I'm literally reacting to what you've said in your interviews. That's the type of nigga I am.
This year, I don't mess around like that in no way, shape, nor form. Okay. And why would I? Why would I do that? What would be the point? In order to have dirt on him, right. He tells me everything. But as far as with them donations and money, I never asked.
He did not tell you everything. Again, you scared to put out the whole damn text thread. I mean, you already came out here and said you the throat goat, and you sent nudes and shit. So what else shocking could we see? Your shit is not in any type of order chronologically. You just putting shit out. But yeah, you said why do you say what to get dirt on him, ma'am? On Lennon's show, you said he did you wrong or you felt jaded or somehow, and you said you went back in to get your evidence and collect dirt. These is your words. Now you're saying, why would I do that? To collect dirt? I just want to know where the pictures of it, where the pictures is of this nigga. Where the inside of the house, where the pictures is. There are none. We just gotta take her word for it. This motherfucker saying FDMT groomer. If he ain't groom you, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yes. I never ask about it because it's kind of like I don't even ask people how much they make an hour. I'm not pretentious like that, and I've learned to be like that from being in certain spaces.
Yeah. All right. So because Umar, collected a lot of money over the years for this school.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, that's the number one question.
She wouldn't know. She don't know when this nigga started taking donations for FDMG. Where around the time she knows now in 2025. When she started sucking his dick, she didn't know. She had no idea. When she started talking to him, the nigga had already had the school buildings. She doesn't know.
Right, donations. All right, just So have you had talks with him behind the scenes about this goddamn school? Right.
I went up to see the school on my own because I needed to see somebody in Delaware about some personal stuff. I went to go see.
Now she had personal stuff to deal with in Philly and in Delaware. Again, y'all would think this bitch is this queen of England. All this personal business and shit she be handling. I went to see the school on. That nigga didn't take you to the school, but y'all was locked in. Y'all was locked in. He tell you everything, but he ain't even take you to the school. Come on, G.
The school on my own. He has an avoidance technique in person, and I was leaving back to Kansas City before I could see him again. I tried to text, which was not probably the best, but I've known that.
So she's saying Umar was avoiding her. Why would Umar be avoiding you, ma'am? Just out of curiosity, why would he be avoiding you? It's because he didn't like you no more. He ain't like you no more. He didn't.
Because I needed to see somebody in Delaware about some personal stuff. I went to go see the school on my own. He has an avoidance technique in person, and I was leaving back to Kansas City before I could see him again. I tried to via text, which was not probably the best, but I've known that school was an impossible feat. But I felt like if I was in there, I mingled with people that have built things, I can help guide them.
She always want to be Captain Saver Umar. I knew it was an impossible feat, but the impossible would have became possible if I was with him.
Man, this hoe wants to be Miss Jermaine Shoemake so bad. This is crazy. I'm sorry I done cussed her ass out twice, but no, this is fucking ridiculous. I went to the school and I didn't get inside the school. I just seen the outside of it. I seen the outside of the buildings between 2020. Well, fuck it, we can't even say 2023. I saw the outside of the buildings sometime in 2024, 2025. I did not get a tour, but I said when I seen the outside of it, I told the Uber to pull around. Uber drive me around the FDMG campus. And I looked at it and I said, man, this shit here is impossible. But if he got a me, we could do some tricks because you know I know people. I know all these important motherfuckers. I just know them all. And Ken, this lady, I didn't. Anissa did her big one on Umar, and she blew up, and she done lost about 6 pages. This lady has been going hard 24/7 on her page. If you don't look, if you trying to get some exposure and you don't like Umar, send this lady, DM this lady a link of you talking shit about Umar, whether it's on IG or YouTube or whatever, and she will repost you. Again, y'all, that you can get the Lene Stacks stimulus. Just send her a video of you not fucking with Umar. She gonna repost it. And it's gotten her 747 followers. And that's including the one she had when she created the page before she started on the Umar kick that she on. 700 and something. Now I said it. She posted every day and the reshares and shit slower, slower, lower and lower. And then these niggas did a video today talking about Umar Johnson X said he losing the buildings on purpose. She got that from Lennon. Could y'all cite the source? I'm mad for Lennon because she's stealing all this nigga talking points. See, Siobhan, see, I've been not liking Umar. Just like how you just not seeing dude war on black boys. Yeah, so I showed this shit like 5 years ago on my channel when he dropped it. The war on black boys. I've used Lennon shit over here before because I don't fuck with Umar. I just know bitches be lying, and you appear to be one of them bitches. So I'm just not feeling what you doing because y'all hoes have been able to get away with this Me Too movement shit for about 10 years now. And most of it be false. You just is a scorn lover. Your messages show it. You even heard talking about this nigga was I came to Delaware for some personal business, but I wanted to see him, and he got an avoidance technique in person. He ain't want to fuck with you no more. And of course, we ain't got no dates for none of this shit. Even though we know the timeline is between 2024 and May of 2025. We really don't have no timeline. But she constantly trying to get up with this nigga and he wasn't interested. Because I'm still said the first time you watched his mama, he was gone for 7 days, came straight back in and was like, you gotta go. And you went back to take care of his mama some more, according to you. No accountability, because you could have said no at every turn. That nigga didn't know you from a can of paint. He didn't have your number. You had his. You hit him up about your son. Now you claim your oldest son was a fan of Umar, yet he didn't hit Umar up. He watched the Breakfast Club interview. He ain't hit Umar up. You did. Umar didn't ask him to come to Kansas City. He asked you, but you didn't put that event off on your son.
Yeah.
And he does not see people. He don't see people in a way. He doesn't take any time to figure out who people are.
Right.
Like if he had figured out who I was, he would have been probably came and brought everything to me. But he never wanted.
Who the blue hell are you that he's supposed to proceed again? Why? If you listen to this, Judge, you know she wanted to be with this man. She wanted to be his fixer. She thought if I do this, if I do that, if I do this and I do that, she doesn't know this man. What other reason would she want to do all of this unless she wanted to keep fucking him? She wanted to be one of his wives. His wives ain't even talking about, goddamn it, buying no houses and shit. That's just you. All of a sudden, he wanted you to buy furniture for the school and shit. And we supposed to just believe it.
To have those conversations. And I could have got that school open.
Yeah. My partner in crime, Truth Hurts, I put her on Lennon to show the war on black boys over there when Anissa came out. We covered that shit too. I told him he was wrong for even addressing it. I just don't believe what you're saying. No, I believe, I'm going to tell you that. I believe you said his mama pussy was stank because I seen the messages. Other than that, I don't believe nothing else you're talking about. The house, motherfuckers would have taken pictures. Because you claim it had already, according to you, it had been rough with this nigga since the beginning. And you went back and you ain't taking no, I can see the first time, maybe you ain't take no pictures, but you went back the second time, you wasn't even ready to get up out the stinking motherfucking house. You wanted to stay like, book the flight later. Let me stay in this stank ass house some more hours than I have to. No, you gotta go. Okay, well, I'm ready to get up out this motherfucking end. I've been here 7 days. What?
But we would have had to rearrange some, but he didn't want to have, he wants it to himself. He doesn't want help. There are very capable people. I could have got that school open. We would have had.
You could have got the school open, but you just said it was impossible. Ma'am, unless you got access to millions of dollars and the nigga that's gonna put in the work, you couldn't have got the school open no more than him. He wants free labor to do, he wants free money and free labor to get this shit open. How are you gonna get it open? You ain't got no money. Nigga, and if you had plugs, then your thirsty ass would have been offering them motherfuckers up from day one. When he was in your city, you would have been saying, oh, I could do this, I could do that, I could do this. You would have plugged him in with some people. Because that's how thirsty you are. You were offering the resources anyway, so you would have hooked him up with him off top. I'm just saying. It went from she saw it on her own, it was an impossible task, to all of a sudden now she could have got the school open. And keep in mind, she's willing to do all of this while raising a teenage autistic child. She got this much, she didn't put this much time in into finding the help that she said she needed. Remember, she said she got upset with Umar because he couldn't even give her a referral. A referral for, even though she said they had went and tried all the best in the city, she needed Umar to give her a referral in the city. But the school is her priority. His daughter is her priority. His mama is her priority. Plus, she still work, and then she be doing all of this. She helping she helping the homeless, broke bitches and shit, giving them escape plans and all of that. This woman gets no sleep. Are y'all sure she not Batwoman?
And I was leaving back to Kansas City before I could see him again. I tried to via text.
Scotland Yard. That is the comment of the motherfucking series. Where hold on. I gotta put this up. Son of a bitch. Because you know what? That's called evidence. That there is called evidence. but motherfucking dense. If she was so concerned about his mother's living situation, why didn't she take pictures to show police or adult protective motherfucking services? We just got to take her word for it. Son of a bitch. I guess we all slow over here though. We all got it wrong. Well, we just listening to the dumb shit that come out your mouth and asking questions that these people that are interviewing you can't do. But I understand they can't give you too much pushback because they want your ass to finish the interview. I don't give a fuck about the interview. If you get all bent out of shape by the questions I asked, I still got out what the fuck I need to say. The interview still gonna do what it do. It's not like you a celebrity or star and a nigga needs you to come back. Because I'm sure everybody that interviewed you has been listening to you run around to these other judges like, I can't believe I let this lying ass bitch up here.
Which was not probably the best, but I've known that school was an impossible feat. But I felt like if I was in there,
it was an impossible feat, but if I was in there, motherfucker, I'm Superwoman. I'm Clark Kent. I'm what's one of these superheroes? I'm Bruce Wayne. I'm Tony Stark, because she a millionaire on the side. And she could have opened that school. It's an impossible feat from the outside, but man, she could have got that motherfucker open, y'all. She could have had the staff. She could have bought the furniture. She could have got the tile in that motherfucker. She could have bought the basketball uniforms and shit. She could have got that motherfucker open. She would have had a football stadium built, because y'all know she know investors and shit that she didn't offer up while she was with him. But now that she ain't with him, she could have done all of this shit.
Mingled with people that have built things. I can help guide him.
Yeah.
But he does not.
I have mingled with people that built things. Bitch, have they built the school? Have they built the school?
I see people. He don't see people in a way. He doesn't take any time to figure out who people are.
Right.
Like if he had figured.
Umar, this is the only issue I'm standing with you on, G. Is this line, bitch, here. All that other shit, you on your own, my guy. I'm not sending no donations, no Earth Day donations. I don't give a damn if FDMG open or not. I ain't spending no money. Don't care. I never was cool with the shit anyway. Then I seen a video today that made a great point. Nigga, if white people apply to your school and you deny them, you will be sued, motherfucker, for discrimination. Because you said, I ain't let no white people in the school. But then I had to ask them people, I'm like, well, HBCUs don't really, they technically, those are segregated institutions. I mean, if a white person do come, I guess they'll let them go, but it's called the HBCU. Could you imagine Duke, someone running a Yale, Harvard, running around calling themselves a historically white institution? Historically white college or university? How crazy that would sound. But then you got HBCUs, which are pretty much segregated, and the government give them money. This shit is all backwards and weird. But let's get back to Superwoman saying how impossible this task was. But if she had been there, she could have opened that jam, because she mingled with people who've opened shit.
Out who I was, he would have been probably came and brought everything to me, but he never wanted to have those conversations.
How would he find out who you were, and you said that you wasn't telling him none of your personal business anyway? So in order for him to find out stuff like that, you would have had to have told him your personal business, which you said you were not willing to do. Whatever.
And I could have got that school open. I could have got that school open. I think we would have had to rearrange but he didn't want to have. He wants it to himself. He doesn't want help. There are very capable people that have approached him and offered their help for free. He doesn't want.
You wouldn't have known this without Lennon Honor videos, ma'am. You wouldn't have known this. Bitch, you was speaking like you knew this shit when you was with him. That's why nobody should be taking you seriously. You is a scorned lover, ma'am. Shit, you ain't even fucked the nigga enough for you to be scorned like this. What you get the dick 6, 7 times? And you acting like this? 6, 7 times in a year span, and you was losing your motherfucking mind. He could have did this. He could have did that. He should have did this. It's never came up with me. Ma'am, go on with your life. You was embarrassing your family. Your whole family has to hear you talk about this nigga dick constantly. Every day. Every single day. Your baby daddy gotta hear this shit. Your new nigga gotta hear this shit if you got one. Your kids gotta hear this shit. Your co-workers gotta hear this shit. And you just have no motherfucking shame. I could have opened the school. Why are you still talking about what you could have done? Now, I could have did it. It was other cable. You want to be part of the mix so motherfucking bad. And keep in mind, this bitch said I was fucked up. I wasn't put together, and I don't come out the house like this. This is the first time she introduced herself to the world. But she don't come out the house like this. Hold on, let me move this so y'all can get the grandma jeans. I gotta get the grandma jeans in the picture. Let me take this comment down. I don't come out the house fucked up, man. What? Digmatized, you were digmatized.
He doesn't want it.
My thing is, how is he able? How was he going to be able to maintain the school, teachers, maintenance? Like, where was the money coming from for him to maintain the school? Because my thought,
man, the same black motherfuckers that donated to it the first time, that's where we're coming from. She don't have these answers though. These is answers all us been asking while she was sucking his dick. While she was sucking his dick, all us was still out here asking these questions and saying this shit about Umar. She just now getting on the bandwagon and she act like she's so motherfucking enlightened. Like she's so in the loop. And bitch, you is 7 years behind. And the only reason you mad is because this nigga stopped fucking you. Because according to you, you said he sent the woman in your space and you asked him about it. And he said, no, I don't know nothing about her. Then you said, when you started talking when he got ready to take care of his mama, he admitted that he knew her. So still, ma'am, while he was fucking you, while he was still being your friend, you had no problem with motherfuckers being in your space. Because you admitted this bitch was in your space and he lied about it until he needed help with his mama. He said, I ain't never smashed it or I never bent over. It's funny how that works, Lene. That's the only reason you talking. Because he stopped fucking you. He ain't want to talk to you no more. He ignored you. You was like, wait. I thought you loved my head. Like, girl, I was just talking. I was just talking. Shit.
process is he's trying to depend on donations and from.
Was he could I criticized the nigga about talking about your looks and saying your pussy was stinky because he dated you. He knew what the fuck you look like when he flew you out the fuck. So why is your looks a problem now? When it wasn't a problem when he was rubbing your thigh under the table, we just gonna assume that's true. It wasn't a problem then, and it wasn't a problem when y'all was getting them sessions on. So I don't agree with him calling you Medea. Because if she was Medea and you don't like Medeas, y'all never would have got that far. But that don't mean everything you say is true. I'm saying I'm holding both of you motherfuckers accountable. You ain't no better than this nigga because you looked the other way as long as it was beneficial for you.
From black folks.
Mm-hmm.
Black folks is living
That's
check to check.
unrealistic.
Yeah,
Exactly.
black folks is living check to check, right?
Yep.
I mean, so
Yep.
most of his supporters are women, first of all.
Mm-hmm.
So my mindset is, how the hell are you going to be able to maintain this? Because people is not going to work for free. They're not going to
Nope.
dedicate their time for
Nope.
free to be teachers and maintenance and like that. That
You gotta hire teachers to even pay somebody. You gotta hire them. That man had you niggas sending applications and resumes 7 years ago. He ain't called now one of you niggas.
has to be money coming out every 2 weeks to pay these people, every
Yep.
month, or however he does it. So
Yep.
where is the money coming from to maintain this school?
In order
People.
for the way, and that's a very, very good point. The way that this project was approached, it was approached half-assed and backwards. So some of the things.
But why didn't you know that in 2023, ma'am? At least that's what I'm saying. You said you couldn't find nothing negative. Bitch, at least in 2023, you would have Googled Umar Johnson, FDMG Academy. Man, you would have seen 10,000 videos pop up talking about bandos, abandoned, dang on open. You said it's only piss poor now to you in 2025. And that's what I'm saying. You got the nerve to say, I'm doing poor PI work. Bitch, you fucked them. You gave them money. You bought books. But I did poor PI. I did poor private investigating work where I ain't investigating shit. I'm just listening to what the fuck you said. You the one that actually said you looked this nigga up and couldn't find nothing negative about him. But I did poor PI work? Get the fuck out of here. You really got me fucked up with that comment.
That he could have opened up some streams.
You couldn't just leave it at that. You had to send another one. So everybody, I ain't talking about everybody, bitch. I'm talking about you. We talk about you, not nobody else's story. Yours, bitch. You the only one who got used like that. But as I said the other day, if the nigga gave you $1,200 for 7 days, bitch, you didn't get used. You got hired and you were compensated handsomely. You say he gave you 1,200 twice and 600 the other time. So you didn't get used. That's why I almost felt sorry for you. And then we're like, wait a minute. He got 1,200 for 7 days. And then she said she got it twice. And then was another jet where she said she needed to pay her phone bill, and the nigga sent her like $100 or some shit on Apple Pay. So you didn't get treated bad at all. What are we doing here? You can't say this nigga pushed you down, took your phone, nothing. He didn't want to deal with me anymore. I wanted closure, and he wouldn't give me closure, so I started talking freaky to him. That ain't normal. That's slow people behavior. I'm gonna talk freaky to you because you won't respond to me about our relationship status. So I'm gonna talk freaky to you, and we still never gonna get to the relationship status. We just gonna talk freaky. I'm only giving you 2 hours tonight, bitch. I'm not doing for where am I at? An hour, 24 minutes? All right, you got about 20 more minutes out of me. We're not gonna finish this interview. It's 2 hours and 20 minutes, but these gentlemen are tagged in the title, so y'all know what to do if y'all want to watch the rest of this shit. 2 hours, man. I'm gonna get my shorts and get the fuck up out of here. So because also, ma'am, this is what you don't know about me. I get paid off this shit. I know PI work. You can call me irrelevant and all of that shit there, but most of them people, never mind. You can say all you want to. I get paid for this shit. Just like everybody who you went on, I get paid for it. You the only one doing this shit for free. You're the only one not getting paid for this shit. And you spend a lot of time on social media to not be getting paid. You almost spend more time on social media than you do with your federal government job from the outside looking in.
Income to supplement, but he needed to correct his footing in order to secure like a philanthropy, some type of philanthropy on a certain level,
Yeah.
and we don't, and this is where we have a problem with building. We keep talking about institutions, but we haven't laid any groundwork. You have to have that in place for sustainability before you even.
This bitch ain't built nothing. If you know all of these people who built shit and you got all these ideas and you can get it done, why haven't you opened your own school, ma'am? Why haven't you written your own books and had your rich ass friends put money behind you? Hell, did your son's TED? You could open a school, but you couldn't get your son's TED talk shit out here. Because if your son got his TED talk shit out of here, why you ain't out here promoting it while your name big? I ain't heard you say y'all go check out my son's YouTube channel. He trying to do this, my podcast. He on Spotify. None of that. But somebody gave y'all a big ass check for his TED talk shit, which never materialized. And if it did, you're not promoting it. You out here promoting how good you suck dick at 45, which nobody cares about. Old nigga, the only nigga that cares is Umar. Or did you forget you told us you was celibate for 4 years? And he ain't even had to shoot no game to you to fuck. He just was Umar Johnson and got your legs open. But you at 45 running around like you the throat goat. He can get a 26-year-old to suck his dick. He can get a 21-year-old to suck his dick. You know, I ain't care about you. Oh, Umar do have he got a YouTube Tubi sex scene in his movie called Awaken 2. You know what? Let's see here. I said I got y'all want to watch the Umar movie tonight? I said, do y'all want to watch the Umar Johnson movie tonight? Do you want to watch the Umar Johnson movie tonight?
But start talking about building institutions. So that's something he didn't figure out. He's also talking about he didn't want to take money from the government because that would control. But he could have took grant. We pay into that as Black people.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
saying? Again, you didn't tell him none of this shit while y'all were together. When you claim you was telling him about painting the doors and shit, you didn't say anything about that. Also, you told this nigga you promised me Africa, but I didn't see in the text messages where you were promised Africa. He asked you what you thought about dual citizenship, and that was because he was in the process of getting himself dual citizenship. But sure, he promised you Africa and dates and things. This is what you put in text messages. And again, you started off by not even being attracted to this nigga. Okay, let's see. So, let me see how long this damn movie is right quick before I tell y'all, yes, I'm gonna come back. I go to sleep on y'all ass while that jump playing. And that wouldn't be good at all. Y'all would be laughing at me. Damn, I thought I saved it. Okay, hold on. I know I sent it to somebody. Let's see. Okay, it's only an hour. Yeah, I could when I come back because this one here, like I said, I'm stopping this one at 2 hours, so like 30 minutes. 2:54. Well, I guess I could come back at 11 o'clock and play this up. 11 to 12. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll come back with the Umar Johnson movie.
Exactly.
So that you're asking us to double pay. You know, grants are and grant money is there, and it didn't have to have any.
Who is we? Who is he asking? Who is we? You said you didn't donate the money, so how in the fuck did you become part of the we? Did not tell y'all this bitch want to be included in everything so bad to the point where she said, "I'm the one. I'm the reason all your shit going bad." But the countless of other people that have been coming out for the past decade, they ain't got nothing to do with it. The Thomas Sotomayor's talking about them, they ain't got nothing to do with it. Tariq Nasheed, Cora Holcomb, them, Tasha Cage, they ain't got nothing to do with it. It's her. Just her. Lynn ain't got nothing to do with it. KKC, Anti-Afro, Spengali, Monty Woodgrain, City them, none of them had nothing to do with this shit. It's just her. Because people care that his mama pussy stank. And that his mama's house is a hoarder. I'm still shocked that people like he lived with his mama. He's her caretaker. What's strange about that? He's her caretaker. Y'all, he ain't supposed to be. Why he ain't staying in no mansion with her? Because then y'all would say he bought the mansion from the FDMG funds. Again, I don't know how much money he make, but I know he does. He has to be making pretty good money with all these speaking engagements. He does get paid off IG. How long he been getting paid? I don't know. He sell books, so he makes pretty good money. He should be. He should be making at least 10K plus a month. Let me see if Google will tell me how much his booking fee is. Dr. Umar Johnson's booking fees generally range from $5,000 to $10,000 for both live and virtual events, according to All American Speakers Bureau. However, some sources indicate his fee can be higher, potentially reaching $20,000 to $30,000. For specific pricing, it's recommended to contact his booking agency or agency directly with your event details. Yeah, that's what pops up on Google. So he makes a pretty good amount of money doing these podcasts, and then actually if somebody wants to pay him to come in, he make a pretty good amount of money. That's why I pointed out this nigga don't spend none of the money that he makes on the school. He can't. He cannot.
He didn't want to take money from the government because that would control, but he could have took grant. We pay into that as Black people.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So that you're asking us to double pay. You know, grants are and grant money is there, and it didn't have to have any way of affecting the actual.
I didn't know we paid it to grant money. I didn't know this at all. Learn something new every day.
Curriculum. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He could have used it for the building, the structure. He could have used it. He might have had to put an apple tree or something out there, but he could have used it for the grounds. There was a way. It was not approached in a methodical process. Yeah. And then he doesn't want help. Like he doesn't want, and sometimes this is my issue and why I don't stay in the conscious community, because they stay in this box. If we have never done it, we don't know how to do it. You have to go outside of that box.
I'm not in the conscious community, but I'm down for the movement. But I'm not in the conscious community though. And you know, they stick out like sore thumbs when they come try to holler at me. She ignored that link because she very well like she talking shit in her chat in her comment section. If I got it wrong, come clear it up. You don't want to. Cause you know the shit that I'm asking makes sense. I ain't here to kiss your ass. I ain't here to kiss that nigga ass either.
Kind of learn some tricks of the trade and then bring that information back and share it. Or encourage others to go out and find it.
Movement.
Yeah.
They had all the damn money. The Black Lives Matter movement. They had all the damn money.
But my thing is, if he would have started maybe a school at a smaller degree, you know what I'm saying? Like either a virtual school where and gradually do it. He wanted to just go ahead and start off bang straight from the. And I ain't knocking him because
he was forced to gradually do it though. Because how long he been trying to get this school together?
It's been 10+ years, bro.
It is on a small
scale. All you niggas believed in that motherfucker from the get-go. When I heard it, I didn't care. It sounded racist to me. And that's me. But all y'all bought into that motherfucker. All y'all was like, it's a great idea. Yeah, it's a great idea. It didn't seem weird to y'all that this nigga said he was gonna have kids coming in from all over the country. They was gonna have a goddamn. This motherfucker sound like he was creating a science fiction camp. We're gonna have the gun club, the archery club. We're gonna give them hunting and survivor skill. Like, when the fuck are they gonna learn normal shit? We're gonna have them fly their parents in on the helicopters, and the mamas, y'all can't come to the school. Y'all just gonna turn y'all kids over to me, and y'all niggas cheered this shit. Y'all heard the conception, his ideas, and all you motherfuckers cheered it at one point. All of you, y'all thought it was normal for this nigga to say he was having a boarding school for all black boys, and then he said it went from being all black boys to it was gonna be unisex. This nigga he had a make-believe concept of this shit, and y'all just kept going with it. Yeah, sound good. And then the nigga told y'all, I know y'all done gave me all this money, but shit, y'all kids got to pay to come to this motherfucker. You heard me. $500 a month. Nobody better than I.
Yeah, that is a small scale though.
Yeah,
but he did try to do it gradually. He just went about it wrong.
There's a bunch of ways he could have did it. He could have bought some land. There's a black lady that just.
Ma'am, open your own school then, bitch. Show them how it's done. Could you do that? How about you show them how it's done? Show that nigga how to do it. It ain't gonna take you 10 years to open one because you know how to do this shit. You get some land, get your rich people that you know to get some land, get you some grants, and do it. And that's the problem with niggas. Everybody can tell you how to do it. They can criticize you for how you do it, but they won't do it on their own. All this time you spending talking about this nigga, you could be gathering up your resources to open up a school just like his. Since you think it's a good you still think it's a good idea, open your own in Kansas City, bitch. Start off small. Start off virtually. Get his nephew to help. How about you do that? His nephew didn't open up his own shit. He ain't even criticizing him like that. He told he did some missteps, but he ain't even criticizing him like that. He like, but I got my own shit though. I get money every year to put in curriculum. You got a plug right there that can do curriculum. Said he'll fuck with you for the free. Why don't you get the land? You holler at the black lady. Since you know all these motherfuckers. Not gonna happen. None of these niggas talking. All these motherfuckers that's online talking about, Umar, I buy the school from you. Fuck buying his school. Let that shit go where the fuck it's going. Take that money and open your own. Since y'all care about the school so much and y'all care about black people and black education, open this shit on y'all own. Why does it take for this nigga to possibly lose his buildings for y'all to take interest and be like, ooh, I can open one? The fuck is wrong with y'all? We are our own worst enemy. Again, fuck Umar. This is just pointing out though, you niggas just be talking.
Started a business with throwing up fabric.
At least he attempted. He half-assed attempted. You niggas won't even half-assed attempt. Y'all just talking. Now they gonna be sick when they. I don't think he gonna lose the school, but if he do, they gonna be sick. But I honestly don't think he gonna lose it. I think this is a play for Umar to say, aha, all you niggas thought I was gonna lose the school. But keep in mind, he done paid 150,000 before. When he was 150,000 back then, back then, and that shit came public, everybody was like, what you do with the money? You had this much money, and that was 4-5 years ago. And he paid 150. He don't need number 40 this time. So yeah, I don't think he's gonna lose the school. I think this is just at the last minute he gonna pop up. Cause when it with the shit, don't he gotta have the money in by the 25th? We'll know by the 26th if he paid it or not. I guess that'll be the final thing. But if we don't see it up there on the 26th, then we know he paid it. And they definitely is watching.
Buildings. He could have tapped in with her. That could have been a mutual,
Yeah, I saw that. I don't even know what the fuck. I thought Earth Day was 420. It's definitely not 420. I saw that, and then I saw he say the accounts are still frozen. I'm assuming he ain't went down to the bank and raised all kind of hell. But yeah, I see that too.
Like a bartering, and that's another thing he didn't tap into. He didn't tap into bartering. He didn't use any of these things that are because he wasn't
bartering with who? Who you gonna barter with? He ain't got shit. He don't have shit to barter. But again, why don't you start your own school since you know so much and you said you could make shit shake? You could have opened one. You could have. It was an impossible task, but you could have done it. Open your own, ma'am. You done met all these good people around you that hate Umar. Why don't y'all get together collectively and open one school? Won't do it. Won't do it. Can't do it. Ain't thought about doing it.
Organized. He wasn't organized, and he did not get the right people in his space. He wanted something grand to represent him, but he could have also had that had his movements been better. He didn't mess with the right people, or I can't even say that nobody offered, because I've seen people offer him help and he don't want it.
Yeah, a lot of people been.
You didn't witness people trying to help him in real time. You watched Lennon Honor videos, man. You wouldn't have known about any of this without Lennon Honor. You need to cut this nigga. Well, you did join the membership and send super checks. I was about to say you need to cut him a check, but you already are.
Offering Umar help to go in and help him get the school together. Far as like
y'all niggas thought it was normal when he didn't want to hire no professional painters. He asked his supporters to come up there and paint. Y'all thought this shit was normal. I don't even feel bad for the people who felt like they had been scammed, because y'all niggas was stupid. Y'all couldn't hear this shit and say something's wrong with this? This doesn't sound right. This sounds too good to be true. And I know all you niggas done heard your whole life, if something sounds too good to be true, then it probably is. Imagine giving money and then going up there to paint with no lights on. Motherfuckers saw this nigga stealing lights and they still kept sending money. He was stealing lights. What person of academia steals lights? That, if nothing else, that shows y'all he was a hood nigga back then. He was trying to do the bootleg. He was going about the shit bootleg. Nobody should be shocked at any of this. If he loses school, nobody should be shocked. They've been watching this nigga for 10 years with this bullshit. I'm surprised the nigga got the fucking signs put up. The outside, that yellow paint is hideous. It's just, I don't know. I laughed at this shit and moved on. I just didn't feel the need to talk about it all the time because one time is enough. For me, I ain't knocking nobody else that did it, but I think that's where people think I'm a Umar supporter because I didn't just make a million videos about this nigga. Nope.
Building stuff and replacing things and all that. You
And
know,
that's
Problem
what,
was because he wanted everything and everybody to be black.
yeah.
He
And
didn't
Right.
want to. He didn't want to outsource to anybody white, and
yeah.
that's why he couldn't even get repairs done and get the building into shape until he
That
actually
HVAC.
hired some white. Till he
Right.
actually hired some white contractors to do it. Then he realized, oh shit, they started getting the stuff done in months, what the black contractors
Mhm.
couldn't do in years.
Even
So he got to look at
if,
he got to look at this. He got to look at that as the same way when he's trying to get funding.
yeah,
Like you
yeah,
can't just get black
yeah.
funding. That's not going to work. You got to outsource.
With and
Well, he wanted black fund and she responded back 12. Wait a minute. Hold up. Let me read what she said, y'all. Bro, go the fuck off my page. You making yourself look crazy. I'ma leave it right there so people can see it for a minute. My interviewing, will that cancel out the women behind me? No. Would it shoot Umar back on top? Ma'am, I don't give a damn about all of that. I can't look no more crazier than you dedicating a page to a nigga dick who you was sucking. You can leave it there. You can screen record this shit. All of that. I don't give a fuck about FDMG. I don't give a fuck about people who spent their money. I don't give a fuck about you. This shit is content for me. If them niggas spent their money, the school lost, oh well, I didn't get no money. But you know what? You spent time, you sucked his dick, and you spent money. Oops. But that's fine. I knew you wouldn't come to a platform where you would get pushback. But it's all good. You ain't got to worry about me hitting you up no more. I just wanted to see if you were going to be a coward or not. Goodbye. Oh yeah, she watching. She definitely watching. She said, "This is a dead messenger. Oh, it's a waste of my time and yours. All this hold this bitch. We will deal with later." I told y'all she was watching. She can't help it. She can't help it. She'll do all that typing, but won't come up here and address it. She won't come up and say shit, but she doing all this typing. Like this bitch here. So if she heard me call her a bitch and hoe, she's also constantly hearing me say, fuck Umar. Umar ain't shit. She's hearing me say all of that. She heard me holding both of these motherfuckers accountable, which is what I told her from the gate. I ain't no Umar fan, but I call shit down the middle. But she typing these long ass paragraphs in her comment section and think it's making me look crazy because I'm pointing out the dumb shit she didn't say. I take this under her skin. Y'all know I sent the voice. I sent the voice message. I ain't got time to type. I'm live. I ain't got time to type this shit. She's still like, bruh. No, this is. I don't know if she done been on no new judge. This is from today. She posted this some hours ago. I don't know if you can read it. You got to zoom in on the screen. You have to zoom that in. But she said these interviews are really helping. It just keeps getting easier and easier. So yeah, apparently she is still out here raising hell. She calling me a dud factor while her claim to fame is sucking my dick. What I get, I'll take being a non-factor, but your claim to fame is bashing a nigga who nutted in your mouth and it came out your nose, ma'am. And the bitches and hoes, it's not personal. That's just how the fuck I talk. But it's not like you ain't heard it before. You didn't go on platforms where they didn't call them a bitch. So what's the problem? What you mean you gonna deal with it later? There's nothing you can do to stop me from calling you a bitch or a hoe. There's nothing you can do about it. But again, it's not personal. I apologize if you're offended by it, but that's just how niggas talk. I'm sure you don't listen to rap then, because you know probably your favorite rap songs, they saying bounce that ass bitch, shake that asshole, and things of that nature. But it is what it is. I get it. I understand why you won't come on here, man. Because guess what? If you pop up here and have a conversation with me, especially with the pushback I'm gonna get, and I get the same goddamn numbers them niggas get that be sucking your ass. But it's okay. I ain't gonna bother you no more, man. I'm not gonna bother you no more. You see how long you've had your page and shit, and I really didn't. My first interaction with you was to give you information on Philly Phil. It wasn't to ask you about Umar. I didn't address this shit with you at all. I simply hit you up to let you know the dirt on Philly Phil. That's what it was about. But then I started listening to all of your interviews, and I'm like, this shit ain't adding up. And so, yeah, this is the first time I said, if you want to come up on my channel to talk shit about Philly Phil, not Umar. Philly Phil. I asked it tonight to come up here because you said for the second time, I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just assuming. Well, you the motherfucker saying the shit, come clear it up. Because apparently on all these shows you saying, ain't nobody asking the important questions. Ain't nobody listening to the shit you saying and saying, why did you do this? You don't have a good reason for why you started flirting with this nigga after you said you didn't talk about it. Philly Phil yes, that's what she been doing. She full-fledged Philly Phil. I mean, she full-fledged down for Umar. That's not me. That's not me. But that's her. I mean that Umar be wrong. In a situation with this hoe, he ain't wrong at all. You talk about anything else, he wrong. But on this particular situation, the man didn't do nothing to this woman. He sent spies in her space. That's what he did. He sent spies into her space. And she still fucked him. Are you listening right now, Lene? He sent spies in my space because it was this girl one time, and I asked him, and he lied. But then when he needed help with his mama, he told the truth, and you went. That's all I got. I didn't trigger her. I could go to bed happy. We finna come back and review Miss Mary Ann Lawrence. We about to review her video on Umar. Whatever the hell it is. It's a YouTube Tubi movie. That's what we about to get into. Glib, I didn't know you did a JJJ. Okay, I gotta go watch that when I leave. Y'all give me to 11 o'clock and I will be back with I'll be back with that movie. But Lene, yeah, you can. I don't give a damn. You can write a movie, a picture, whatever the hell. You leave that shit up, nigga. I don't care. I said it in public because, nigga, I wanted people to see it. Just like if I was hiding this shit from you, I want you to hear the shit that I'm saying. But I knew you were going to watch just because I sent you the information on Philly Phil. I knew that. I understand people. I ain't no goddamn psychologist, but I understand human nature and human behavior. And you a nosy bitch just like the rest of them. To the next episode, we out of here. Oh, she gonna deal with me calling her bitches and hoes later. I guess she gonna get linen on me.
So cold, but I'm so hot. Dope boys. I'm up in the trap, I'm dope boy. With them now. The game so cold, but I'm so hot. Same old shit, still on the block. Same young nigga came up in the trap. I'm dope boy, fresh with dope boy not. Dope boy, fresh with dope boy not. Dope boy, fresh with dope boy not. Same young nigga came up in the trap. I'm dope boy not. Down 8 gram, headed straight to the block. Pirates, this water water is hot. Listen double up, turn a little to a lot. Right hand on the cell phone, taking orders. Left hand 360 motor to a lot. Blue holler tips, got switches on the dot. State gang, true stickers can't be stopped. Laughing at you haters while I'm thumbing through the paper. Says lonely at the bottom, won't you meet me at the top? The nigga ain't shit, yeah, get that a lot. Won't be deterred and I won't be stopped. Shaq Diesel number one, I post up on the block. 24/7 cause the hustle don't stop. 31 flavor, take an order like a waiter. I be selling more gas than a local truck stop. 1200 strong, 4 pounds of desire. Got me shining, I'm a star. Ask about me, I am legend. They gon' tell you who we are. Fuck these niggas, fuck these bitches. Get money, all I know. No love for these bitches. Never saving these hoes. The game so cold, but I'm so hot. Same old shit, still on the block. Same young nigga came up in the trap. I'm dope boy, fresh with dope boy not. Dope boy, fresh with dope boy not. Dope boy, fresh with dope boy not. Same young nigga came up in the trap. I'm dope boy, fresh with dope boy not. The game so cold, but I'm so hot. Same old shit, still on the block. Same young nigga came up in the trap. I'm dope boy, fresh with dope boy not. Dope boy, fresh with dope boy not. Dope boy, fresh with dope boy not. Same young nigga came up in the trap. I'm dope boy, fresh with dope boy not.
When I'm thinking about the past, yeah, gon' get some nice gang, we at the spot. If we ever was short, then it's back to the block, you probably get shot. Every day the sudden change, we getting money, that's one thing that's never gon' stop. Real dope boys do what it takes, playing high stakes, living to die. Do your time, keep it quiet, no matter who you are, don't get what you got. Stack it up, that's the bond to stay fresh. Oh, they think that you're not. Take a roll with a hoe, they gon' let you go. Somebody's gonna say you ain't hot. Just invest in yourself, don't worry about nobody else. There ain't no handout. If you say the same, put it on the chain. Let them see you ain't tied down. Got a couple rings, did a lot of things. I ain't really gon' talk about it. Give me a trade, if she gets to go, she gon' show up and show out. So don't ask me what a dope at, cause you already your ground.
The game so cold, but I'm so hot. Same old shit, still on the block. Same young nigga came up in the trap. I'm dope boy, fresh with dope boy not. Dope boy, fresh with dope boy not. Dope boy, fresh with dope boy not. Same young